Good morning. It is 11:06 a.m. on Saturday, March 18th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, sleeping in was definitely part of the plan, given that I had been staying up too late pretty much all week. Then I stayed up too late again last night, I think on the basis that it's like, oh, I'm going to get to be able to sleep in. But, past me is failing to account for it's like, well, but the whole point was to catch up. Like if you stay up late only to sleep in, you're not recovering as much. Anyway, past me sometimes makes decisions that I regret later. Anyway, I don't regret though that yesterday I also just kind of on a whim decided to paint my nails. I don't do that very often, but the purple nail polish just caught my eye at the grocery store yesterday. It's something that I usually don't do, like makeup or these sorts of things all that often, but it's fun on occasion, and just to, see it every so often. But at the same time, there was a recognition of like, oh yeah, I'm not great at it because I don't do it very often. So just where you get the little bits of nail polish on the skin around the nail, and it's difficult to remove it without interfering with the finish on the nail itself. Pretty low stakes in the grand scheme of things, but uh, trying to think. I have work that I need to do today, like actual work. I have some audio that I promised someone I need to edit, and then I also have a presentation I need to work on for the day job. And so I definitely have assignments for myself before I can do any fun stuff. So that's going to be the bulk of what I need to spend today doing. Um, I also am kind of thinking, though, that at least this weekend, there's a bunch of movies out right now that I do want to see. I want to see Get Out, which I've heard is really good. I want to see Logan. I want to see Kong Skull Island, which has gotten pretty good reviews too. But, every time I consider is now the time to go, I always have to weigh it against, but look how fluffy Luna is. Um, I, I have a little bit of a caffeine headache, I think, right now, just or caffeine withdrawal headache, because I didn't have any um, like this is again, it's like poor decision making. Is that I was thinking all yesterday afternoon and evening that I would not have caffeine in order to encourage myself to not stay up late, which just means that, I'm behind. That plus sleeping in has gotten my body saying, come on, get with the program. Our latest caffeine delivery is hours late. Fortunately, I have a solution. So, I feel like weirdly at a loss this morning, just in terms of the stuff I'm going to do. I kind of wrote it off as like, oh, I have this to do, but I'm not going to say any more about it. I won't really get into the day job stuff, but I have to make a slide presentation. And then the audio, I guess it's a reminder that I haven't done a lot of audio editing recently, because I certainly am putting out podcasts, which reminds me actually that I have 3 audio podcasts that I need to put out. The latest talking about Survivor, the latest So Many Levels, and our Oscar Marathon wrap up. Need to do that too. Add that to the list. But yeah, the audio editing, recording and editing process is something that I do enjoy, and yet usually think of as time consuming, and so sometimes procrastinate on it. And it is time consuming. It's not only that I think of it that way. But I have a project that I'm thinking of doing audio for, which would potentially be a lot. So I'm just kind of need to set a schedule for myself on it. So anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes. How about that? And it is, of course, Sunday, so it'll be time to continue the rewatch of Avatar The Last Airbender. So I will talk to you tomorrow about Avatar The Last Airbender, and as always, for 5 more minutes.